we have what we did, which is new, is we called, before having the 3 startups, we called the 3 startups from last year to see what they became, and they have good news. They all raised funding. And in order to have the startups present, we have Chris Shipley, who has been helping us with the startup competition of LeWeb every year. And Chris is going to announce, call the startups from last year. Chris? Welcome, Chris. Thank you again for doing this year with us. 700 candidates for the startup competition.
Yeah, over 700, yes.
Yeah.
From all around the world, every continent but Antarctica.
Antarctica.
So we have to get an Antarctica company
We didn't
next
have
time.
Antarctica.
Yes, next time.
Awesome. So I leave you the stage, and let's have a look at what the startups from last year have done.
Great. Thank you very much. Yeah, so about this time last year, we had 3 finalists take the stage to present to our panel of judges to win the startup competition for 2012. And we wondered, how are they doing now, a year later? So we've invited them back to give you a bit of a pitch, an update on where they are with their business and talk about what lies ahead for them. So without further ado, let me introduce the first of our 3 finalists from LeWeb 2012. It's Nicholas Mendeheret of Recommend. Nicholas?
Hi. Thanks for having me back here. Does it work? Hello. Thanks for having me back on stage here. 1 year ago, I went to New York. I chose hotels through different websites, and I ended up in a shitty hotel. 2 months ago, I went back to New York. I used Recommend, and I got recommendations from my friends. And guess what? It was great. So I'm going to tell you what happened with us at Recommend for all this time. So since 1 year, we raised some funds. We built the brand and the product design. We released the iPhone beta, so we had a few thousand users we could test with. We made our official launch as a website and iPhone app on November 15th, and we have now more than 20,000 users. Our second round is closed pretty soon. So what have we learned? First is that people want to get the right recommendations. That means that globally they want quality, they want relevance, and they want trust. So we built an algorithm about 45 criteria, bringing together all that through all types of recommendations. They want quality over quantity. That means they don't want recommendations from people they don't know or from anonymous people. And they want social rewarding. They want to be recognized for their expertise, and they want a thank you if they do a recommendation to their network. Basically, what people want is save time to make better choices in their life for everything they want to do. So that's the promise of Recommend. We are very different from existing websites or recommendation people until now for 3 different reasons. One is that we brought in curated expert content. Thanks to our friends of Import.io, a great startup from the UK, we were able to crawl and grab the best recommendations of professionals and experts, so that the first user experience for our people and people Recommend, you can follow all that very good content. Secondly, we treat all types of recommendations, so it can range from hotels, restaurants, as well to babysitters or books, for instance. And thirdly, we have multiple levels of confidentiality, as everybody doesn't want to share the same type of stuff with everybody or the same people. So you can use it as an influence platform as well as only with your trusted friends only. So I'll go to a very quick demo of our tools. This is, OK. If that works. So here I'm going to search for going out tonight next to a specific place in Paris. And I pull out recommendations from my friends in my feed and people I follow, which are specifically through the algorithm, things that correspond to the things I trust. So I built up a list of the few places I think are really relevant for me. And here we go. I have a list, which I can share, by the way, as well. I can also recommend a place very easily, so the process is made very simple with the smileys, and the pictures come out already from Google right inside, and I could choose the level of confidentiality, share it on Facebook, for instance, and here we go, I recommend it. In my choice of confidentiality and feed, the details of the recommendations come out in the different feeds from the people which are connected to me, like here, for instance, on the Facebook feed. During that time, my friend Julie, which just is looking for a good place to go around her on her mobile app, uses recommend and says, oh, OK, she sees the place I just recommended and says, I want to go there. So very easily, she gets directions and goes to that place. You can choose any type of thing. Here she gives me a relevant point. It's all about relevance. So I like is relevance. I can find new trusted friends through all the links of my social networks. I can follow them or invite them. So there's like different levels of trust. And I can build lists or follow, for instance, this professional website, which has very good content, see different types of recommendations they're doing, or browsing the experts. It can be about golf, about wine, about anything you're actually really interested in. We're doing recommendations for all day long for a lot of things, actually. So what are the next steps? There's two things. We are two very important tools we're bringing up in the next 1 or 2 months or so. A widget tool on different websites. You can recommend directly the product and service from those websites, creating a post and recommend. And the most important of all is people, users told us you need a tool to ask recommendations. So it will work as, depending on what you want to ask, we will pull out the most relevant people from your network so that they get a notification and can answer. Well, thank you very much. You can follow us here on re.co. This is our website. You can download the mobile app on the App Store. And a special for LeWeb, I pulled out my trendy nightlife list spots in Paris. So for those who come from far away, you can access that list directly through re.co/LeWeb. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you. Congratulations on all the great progress.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that was Recommend, one of our 3 finalists. The second finalist, Bbound, very shortly after LeWeb last year, moved to San Francisco, and the company is now splitting their time between France and the United States. To tell you more about that, please welcome the co-founder of Bbound, Albert Schulzman.
Hi, everybody. I'm Albert from Bbound. Did you know that since last year, there have been more than 1 million new mobile subscribers per day, and that more than 25,000 apps were launched every month? Our life has changed since 2007. Smartphones and apps have changed the way we operate in our business, in our everyday life, at home or on the go. Whether we like it or not, staying connected to the internet on our smartphone is not really an option anymore. Getting the news in real time, checking your email, receiving a birthday IM, or following the tweets between Montebourg and Xavier Niel, well, smartphones do it all. And it all relies upon a very simple thing: data access. And when connectivity is poor or inexistent, well, it feels like we're back into the Middle Age. How many times have you suffered from bad data connection or none in the subway, on the countryside when you're traveling, or even indoor, like it was here in the web some years ago? That's why we have developed Bbound. For those who don't know us yet, what is Bbound? Bbound is a first solution that allows smartphone users to stay connected to the internet even when there is poor, saturated, or no mobile internet network available. But Bbound is not only a story about the technology. It's indeed a story about a real entrepreneur's adventure. Let me tell you very briefly what I've learned from this experience. A year ago, after having pitched a dozen times in various places, we happened to be selected among the 16 survivors here at LeWeb. And we were so happy. And finishing second at the competition was like lighting up a Christmas tree in front of a kid. It was magic. We had so much positive feedback, so much return, you would not believe it, to the point that we even raised $750,000 a month later. And we could even double it since. I often meet with young startups that want to remain in a stealth mode. My recommendation, guys, share about what you're doing. Don't fear pitching, as it's not the idea that succeeds. It's the way you implement it and the team which does. To a certain point, we all feel like we're like rocket scientists, but you know what? We're not. At least I am not. And when USMAC, one of the best startup accelerators of the Bay Area, contacted us just after the web, well, we followed the lean development program. And our business plan has been reviewed by guys who had IPO'd the company for more than $1 billion. They taught us to think wider, to focus on real expectations, and to beta test to validate everything, which we did. Now we think global. I mean, real global, not French global. And we've learned that change is not something we have to avoid. We have to adapt. Finally, after a lot of work and tremendous efforts, we did it. We have just launched 6 weeks ago the first version of BeBound. It's still a beta on Android only, but I'm extremely happy to tell you that we have reached 75,000 downloads in more than 100 countries. And this is really amazing. It's only the start, and it all started with a crazy yet very simple idea: connecting people when they have no access to their own data. Maybe sometimes best ideas are just ideas that are simple and useful. I have to tell you, I did enjoy this year. I enjoy meeting with new people, sharing with them, working with them, but don't fool yourself. This is not a fairy tale. It's a very difficult job to be an entrepreneur. You need faith, more than even your own mother has in yourself. You need work, but most of all, you must learn to never give up. Everybody, everything will talk you into giving up. Don't. Believe in yourself, and don't forget these words of a song from a guy called Billy Ocean that I love and used to be a big hit in the 80s. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day, and don't forget, stay connected. Bye-bye.
Not only did we get an update, we got some inspiration. So, Alberto, thank you very much for that. Our third returnee from 2012 was actually the winner of last year's competition, and has made tremendous progress in the business in just a very short 12 months. Please welcome back to LeWeb, Cyril Vincey of Qunb.
Thank you, Chris. Hello, LeWeb. Wow. And thanks for inviting me to share an update with you. First, sorry for that, LeWeb, but I have to start with a little complaint. When we won the startup competition last year, this earned me the privilege of kissing No, the clicker is not working, by the way, sorry. This earned me the privilege of kissing Fleur Pellerin. Thank you. Our French Minister of Innovation. Still not working. Anyway, my complaint is about the fact that Natalia, this amazing model, was just on stage 10 minutes before. And I missed a kiss with Natalia by 10 tiny minutes. And I'm just complaining about the fact that, oh, yeah, I have the slides right now. So, yeah, I missed an opportunity to kiss that girl, and that's a pity. Anyway, let's get back in time. When I was a consultant, I used to fetch data from my clients and create stories to tell to my clients. Here, Loic, who is not paying attention, by the way. And we created Qunb to achieve an amazing quest, data democratization, to help everyone, including Loic, to put their data to work by themselves. So we tackled first the root of the problem, to help people find data. And we built an amazing smart marketplace for data, data marketplace, a data as a service platform. And at the end of the day, we learned something. Data was the new oil, blah, blah, blah. But only data nerds like us want to have their hands dirty with that oil. Data is for data nerds. While much more people were asking for data visualization to squeeze the essence of data. So we turned our tech into a visualization as a service platform. And we started helping B2B organizations to better broadcast the essence of their data to their clients. This is where we were when we won the startup competition last year, which earned us to get spotted by Techstars, to join their last Boston batch, and to accelerate the company with the best mentors in the world. And with their help, again, we learned something. We were not squeezing enough. Data visualization is only for experts. While the average business guy just wants to be seamlessly driven from A to B, to get a clear takeaway, something actionable. In other words, the man in the street just wants to squeeze the quintessence of data. And this quintessence is data storytelling. A story is a sequence of simple messages anchored on reality, based on charts, and connected to each other. Stories create meaning and trigger action. Stories were the ultimate goal of this data democratization quest. So we decided to push Qunb further into a storytelling as a service platform. And we launched in September our first vertical product, a simple web analytics storification service. Just connect your Google Analytics account, and we instantly built a web traffic story for you. A sequence of high-level messages and visuals that help you walk through your web traffic in 20 seconds. And the results were actually amazing. In just 6 weeks, thousands of users were coming every week to check their story. But most of all, 250 web agencies were coming back every week to create stories, to play with them, and to share them. And actually, dozens of companies like this, of web agencies connected with us, reached out to ask for a premium version. They told us that this would help killing time-consuming reporting tasks, that this would help keep their recurring clients up to date and happy, that this would improve their bottom line. So we iterated with them, and I'm proud to announce that today we're launching the premium version of the service. Now, web marketers can create and customize laser-cut stories about conversion, engagement, or monetization. And we're working hard with experts to put more and more insights into the product. So if you're a web marketer or a website owner, and if you're willing to put your web analytics, to turn that web analytics data into a compelling story you can tell, just give it a try or talk with us. Now, LeWeb is great because it gives you access to a lot of funding. So thanks to that funding, and thanks to the exciting round we're about to close in a few weeks, we're preparing similar storification products on other identified verticals, like CRM or corporate finance. Our target and our vision is to let not only web marketers, but more and more professionals, to let them create compelling stories with their data. So thank you, LeWeb, because thanks to you that we did that. We are Qunb. We are turning the relationship between data and people upside down. Thank you.
Congrats. Thank you.
Bye.